we got our hands on the Vision, guys. Now, this was not supposed to come for like 2 or 3 more months, but all of a sudden I got a notification from Amazon. It's like, hey, it's going to be showing up. I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, the Pathfinder is the same thing. We should have that here probably in the next few days, which is awesome. So check it out on Amazon. Well, as of making this video, these things are readily available, and I'm assuming you could probably get them in about a week, somewhere right in there. But I was not expecting these to come out for at least a couple more months. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's way out there. But still, we got our hands on it, and I just could not wait to kind of show you guys this, because I know this whole line has been just super anticipated. Now, if you haven't already, you guys can check out what we did here for the Fate, the review on it. It was pretty cool, and hopefully, yeah, once we get the Pathfinder, we'll do all of the rest. So let's just hop right in. Let's take a look at the box here right up front. Looks good. I'm loving this blue. I think this this blue and yellow combo is for sure a really good combo when it comes to the colors. I mean, I think it looks really good on the back. Nothing too crazy. Of course, they do have the kind of Easter eggs for the different other blasters on the side, like the Fate, and of course the Pathfinder, in case you want to go take a look at those. But still, these are the only 3 that I know currently in this kind of combo, right? Maybe they're going to have an electronic version of one of these, hopefully here in the future. And what it is, I'm not quite sure, but I bet you it's going to be pretty friggin' awesome, right? Now, with these, the biggest thing is the rival rounds that come along with it. Now, these are supposed to be more accurate. So I'm going to pull this up here. You guys can see it's supposed to be more accurate by, whatever, 20-30% at 30 feet. I did purchase 100 rounds, so I'm going to throw these inside my Percy's, and we are going to do kind of a comparison video to see if they really are more accurate. I can just say, from my initial testing, these seem to shoot a lot straighter. I'm going to give you that. I don't know if it's more backspin they're putting on it, but I do feel as if they are far more straighter, at least coming out of a Springer-type blaster comparison to, say, like a Percy. So we're really going to see when it comes out of a Percy's if we're still getting that accuracy, as like people say. But nonetheless, I think it's pretty good. So balls, whatever you want to call these, yeah, I mean, whoo. You can see they have a bigger hex and kind of a deeper hex kind of indent on them, I guess, to kind of break up the air as it's going so it doesn't veer off to the right or left. And you get 8 of them with this, which isn't bad. I mean, you know what? I wish they would give you like 12, but still, these things, of course, as you guys know, bounce a lot. They bounce all over the place. If we take a look at this thing in the hands, it looks good. I like the design. It actually feels really good in either right or left hand, and it doesn't feel too heavy. You know, some of these blasters that have a lot of these mechanisms on here, it doesn't feel too heavy, like at all. It feels really good. Now, to prime this blaster, it is actually a little bit different than the Fate. When you pull it back, you kind of have a initial pull, and then right at the end you have another little bit of a pull, which lets one of the balls from the feeding chamber feed up in there. So the front of this thing does not pop out like the Fate, and you actually have to push it back in, then shoot. Comparison to the Fate, where you just pull it back and then you shoot, this, yeah, is a little bit different of a firing mechanism, but still, I mean, it's pretty easy to get used to. I pretty much like the pull and push back and then shoot comparison to the pull and let it just sit out there and shoot. The retriever arm here, or the pull arm, is a little bit flimsy. I kind of question the durability of it, but if you guys look, I mean, but again, it's just another small little gripe with it I have here. But man, pushing it back, boom, shoots. It is great. Now, on the top of the blaster, it has the kind of aiming mechanism up here, which is it kind of baffles me. It does have the rear sight has kind of an up and down movement to it, as well as a right and left movement to it. You know, I don't know, aiming it to the right and then going, I'm not quite sure of that, because you can't really spin. I don't know. Again, maybe leave in the comments as to why you would want to move your sight to the right and then up. Like, I don't know. I just say keep it fixed and you're good. I don't understand that. The feeding mechanism over here on the right, or the internal mag, is kind of nice because you can pull it down, and it's kind of actually similar to, I believe it was the Chaos from X-Shot that they kind of did this. You pull it down, you feed in your 8 rounds, and when you're done, you push the that slot piece back up, and what you'll notice is it kind of seals that hole at the top, so then you can start firing. So as the balls are going up, they're not flying out, you know, or possibly coming out of the side. So yeah, just kind of throwing that out there. Now there's no tack rails on here. There's none on the top, the side, so you just kind of got to use it as it lies, and that's fine. I'm not a big fan of tack rails unless you're kind of trying to go for like a realistic or like a futuristic look, but still, Yeah, it looks pretty good. Again, the grip on this, I think it's a little bit better than the Fate's grip. It's similar, but not exact. I feel like this one's a little more curved, but it fits good, both right or left-handed. The trigger feels really good. Tons of space there for either right or left-handed. Smaller hands, bigger hands, I think you're gonna do just fine. Now let's hop into me shooting this thing in my backyard. The sun is slightly out. I'm at about 35 feet, and I just wanted to test it out. Now, right away, you can see, I mean, you get a lot of backspin with these balls, and you will notice that I tend to shoot over the top of it a lot, right at my first shootings, because I'm not used to it, you know, giving that much back upspin. So I'm thinking these are definitely gonna, you know, have a little bit of distance on it comparison to the other rounds, but still, it's from a Springer. It's not gonna be from a flywheel blaster, but we will check that out. But once I got the hang of it, it's not too bad. Now this is coming in right at what we'd expect, right about 95-ish FPS. Right about 90. I mean, you could again, 5 FPS up or down, somewhere right in there. I still think it shoots hard for a lot of these rival blasters, even going back. They all shot right around 90 to 95 FPS. Sometimes you get lucky, and you might get one that could shoot a little bit harder, but still, right about 90 to 95 FPS. And it's not bad. I mean, all the shots you can see are, if they're missed, it's because of me, because I was aiming right towards the top, and it would give it that little bit of uplift right at about 35 feet, and it would go right over the top of it. And these things are bouncing far when they hit my little target right there. They're bouncing right, left, going over the fence. But once I kind of got the hang of it, yeah, this thing I think is pretty good. And as far as accuracy goes, I can just say, you know, I think these balls are better than the previous gen, I'm going to call them Gen 1 rival balls. I think they are better, but we will do a complete test with the rival Perseus and blast off 100 rounds and see how often we can hit the target. So there you go. That is just me shooting this bad boy. I mean, yeah, this thing, I think it's pretty awesome. I am liking this new rival line. I know a lot of people are pumped about it. And just having them being able to pick up on Amazon right now, you know, since most of us anticipated this thing being months down the road, I think is awesome. It is definitely a good deal. And I mean, the rival, or the Fate right now, is right around about $10 to $12. I'm like, whoo, that's an awesome deal for it. But still, let me know what you guys think of this. I'm always kind of curious, you know, on these blasters, if this is something you're going to get, if you like the design, if you guys already have it, just let me know, because I'm going to be doing some tests with this here a little bit later. But I initially wanted to give you guys a quick review on this bad boy to be like, look, you know, you're going to see these out there, and is it going to be something that you are going to pick up for your arsenal? Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thanks again, Fox fans.